Securing America's borders was one of Donald Trump's key campaign pledges, and the new U.S. president is keeping his promise. The Department of Defense says illegal border crossings from Mexico into the U.S. are down 94% since Mr. Trump took office. But there's growing concern that the administration's tough immigration policies are expanding even further to include those who already have a legal right to be in the country. Kate Fisher reports.
More than 130,000 people encountered the U.S. Border Patrol as they tried to cross illegally into the U.S. from Mexico in February last year. But this February, that number was down to around 8,300.
I wouldn't say that President Trump gets all the credit. Some of the things that Biden did in 2024, at the end of 2023, really began to work in advance. The numbers were already going down. Obviously, President Trump's intimidating approach to it has further brought the numbers down.
That approach on the Mexico border includes halting asylum indefinitely, deploying troops, strong-arming Latin American governments to curb migration, and widely publicizing deportation flights filled with shackled migrants. Like the more than 200 alleged Venezuelan gang members who were flown to a prison in El Salvador after the Trump administration appeared to have defied a court order to ground the flights. A judge tried to temporarily block President Trump's invocation of a wartime law called the Alien Enemies Act.
Well, this is a time of war because Biden allowed millions of people, many of them criminals, many of them at the highest level. They emptied jails out. Other nations emptied their jails into the United States. That's an invasion. And these are criminals, many, many criminals. Murderers, drug dealers at the highest level, drug lords, people from mental institutions. That's an invasion. They invaded our country.
The American Civil Liberties Union is challenging that assertion in the courts.
I think we're on very dangerous ground here. This is as lawless an action as the administration has taken. If the administration is allowed to use wartime authorities anytime it wants to remove people, I think we are going to see more and more people being subjected to this type of Alien Enemies Act and a blurring of wartime authority with domestic authority. I cannot stress how important it is that the federal courts prevent this from happening.
But they're struggling to contain the president's legal defiance. Mr. Trump has called for the impeachment of the judge who issued the order. Analysts say although President Trump's immigration policies may be under legal scrutiny, they appear to be working.
I think at this point, I see it as a very effective strategy. We may question the morality of it. We may question the humanitarian aspects of it. We may even say that it's a very cruel strategy and that it locks people in place, that it forces people to stay under very difficult conditions. But at the end of the day, I think Mexico and the U.S. have worked in lockstep and sealed the border.
But even tougher measures could lie ahead for immigrants, both documented and undocumented, as the administration broadens the groups being targeted for removal.
Okay, he's not resisting. He's giving me his phone, okay?
It includes pro-Palestinian protesters like green card holder Mahmoud Khalil, who the Trump administration is trying to deport. There have been numerous reports of immigrants with the legal right to be in the U.S. being arrested or detained. The State Department has warned that visa holders are continuously monitored to ensure compliance with U.S. laws. And the Trump administration has also said it will revoke the temporary legal status of more than 500,000 migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua and Venezuela next month. But the methods President Trump is employing to achieve his objectives are coming under increasing scrutiny from the courts as questions emerge about how the administration is choosing who to remove, and advocates are warning that citizens may get caught up in mass deportations. Kate Fisher, CNA, Washington.